there. Yes, we'd like to bring up to stage our last speaker for the day, last but certainly not least. Matilda, could you come up and join us, please?
Thank you.
Great to have you here, Matilda. You're here from Almbrand Group, which I can't pronounce, so could you tell everyone else rather
Yes.
which company you are from?
It's not easy to pronounce. It's Almbrand Group. Yes.
And the full name?
The full name, Almindelig Brand Group.
Yeah. And that's why I asked her to do it. So thank you so much for being here. We're really excited to have you here. Tell us more about you.
My name is Matilda, and I work for Almbrand Group, and I've been here for almost 2 years now, as one of a total of 4 conversational AI specialists working on our chatbots.
Great, thank you very much. And you're part of a bigger team. You said you're part of 4, right?
Yes. We're 4 people on the team, and we have very different backgrounds, all of us. So I have a background in linguistics and computer science, and then we have one with a communications background, and one from insurances, and one with a really large knowledge of our business. And we're a full stack team, so all of us are doing all of the work on the chatbots, both the maintenance and the development, and we're able to learn from each other with our different fields of expertise.
I think the idea of full stack is very compelling. It's having your best people who are all working on this, working in the same direction. And I didn't ask you before, but I am going to remember to ask you now. What is your interesting fact for the audience?
Well, my interesting fact is that I went from linguistics to computer science, which is very different, but it was because I was working at a company doing machine learning, and I just thought it was really interesting, so I wanted to do that as well. Yeah.
I think you're one of a few people we keep hearing from who have very different and very interesting backgrounds. Certainly pays off when you step into a space like this. So tell us a bit more about the company then. We've heard about you.
Well, so Almbrand Group is a quite large insurance company in Denmark. It consists of 3 brands. We have Almbrand and Codan, which we have chatbots for, and then we also have Privat and Erhvervssikring. And we have a little more than 500,000 private customers, which our chatbots are aimed for, and we also have a lot of corporate customers.
Wow, and what do those accumulate in terms of volumes?
Well, our private customer service team, they get about 300 emails a day and about 2,000 phone calls a day. So that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, that must be quite a challenge.
Yeah.
And I mean also getting to get up to speed on all the different products that you have. It sounds like it's pretty intense. What's that experience like? Yeah,
so our customer service agents, they need to remember a lot of stuff about both our products and the business. We have like so many different knowledge sources, which they also need to know where they can find and which information to find where. And if they're on the phone with a customer and they can't find the answer, then they have to put the customer on hold to call our front office support team, which is our team of people who are highly specialized in our products. So that's, of course, a big impact on the front office support team as well. They spend a lot of time on this, and they also have other work assignments. Yeah.
Can you share some more about those challenges?
So the volume of calls to our front office support team from our customer service agents is about 2,000 calls a week, and then we have like all of these different knowledge sources.
Great. So what about I understand that you have a number of different bots as well. Can you introduce us to some of them as well?
Yes. So Albot is the first chatbot that we implemented for our customer service team in Almbrand. That was back in February 21, and he has about 11,000 conversations a month and a conversation quality score of 96. And then shortly after, we implemented Alberta at the Almbrand website for our customers to use. And she has about 8,000 conversations a month and a conversation quality score of 87. And then in December 22, we implemented Hubert for our customer service team on the Codan brand. And he has about 2,000 conversations a month because there are a bit fewer employees there. And a conversation quality score of 97. And then our newest addition to the family is Kobert, living at our Codan website. He has about 3,000 conversations a month and a quality score of 87, which is increasing day by day. Yeah.
And those quality scores are very, very high. I mean, 96, 97%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the language model, fitting that to the language of the users. And for us, that's much easier to do for our internal chatbots because we know that our agents are using the internal insurance language for our business, so we can fit the model to that very easily.
So can you share a little bit about the learnings that is made across the internal and the external bots, or?
Yeah, I mean, the learnings that we get from the internal bots, we're able to use them for our external bots as well, because it's really the customer asking the questions, so we can share the knowledge between the bots and also the other way around, from our external chatbots to our internal ones.
Yeah, very powerful. And what does that mean for the business?
Well, so if we can bring out the outcome, it meant that by implementing the internal bots, we were actually able to bring down the number of calls to our front office support team by 37%, which has freed up a lot of time for them. We have collected all of our knowledge sources in the chatbot, so our customer service agents can look up everything in there. And the answers that we have written in our chatbots are in a customer-friendly language, so the agents can actually take the answer and read it out loud to the customer if they want. And we also link to our knowledge sources, so if the agent wants the original text, they can find that in the chatbot as well. And then as a bonus, we were actually able to reduce the time we spend on onboarding new colleagues in the customer service center from 3 months to 3 weeks, because now they have this agent assist to help them. Yeah, so that was really nice.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah, so I think we have the demo now.
Yeah, that's. You want to show us a little bit about that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it's a demo of Albert, and the case is a customer having called about having inherited some paintings, which means that they have to. Oh, can you pause it?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Which means they have to increase the insured sum on their home contents insurance. And we'll see how Albert is able to guide the agent through this conversation and highlighting what's important to tell the customer. And we can also see how Albert is implemented in Salesforce, which is the tool that our agents use on a daily basis. So he's really easy to access. And the conversation will be in Danish, so I'll explain what's happening as we go along. Yeah. So first Albert says hello to the agent, and then the agent asks Albert about art. And so he's going to tell a little bit about how we cover that, what type of coverage is that on the home contents insurance. And then Albert gives the option to talk about increasing the insured sum, which is what we want to do. So the agent chooses this option. And then Albert says, okay, you can choose between these sums, and then he gives the information that if the sum is above 2.5 million kroner, then the customer will need an alarm on their house to be insured. So the agent presses this button because they want to know more about that. And here, so Albert says, okay, we have this discount if on the insurance if the customer gets an alarm. And of course, we want to inform the customer of this. And so Albert explains a bit more about this, and then he informs us that we have a collaboration with G4S, which is a company selling alarms. And if the customer buys the alarm through us, they can also get a discount on that. Yeah.
So what we've just seen is there's a sale, there's a great experience, but there's also an upsell.
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing.
Sales in me likes that. Okay, so thank you for sharing us that. Last question, what does the future hold?
Well, we want to look into making our chatbots more transactional, and we want to see how we can use the new generative actions for this. So we are very excited about that.
We're very excited too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, give it up to from Mathilde.
Thank you.
You can stay there.